congratulations on this EP. I've had a chance to sit down and take a listen to it, and it's an absolutely amazing EP, so congratulations.
Thanks so much, mate. That means a lot. Thank you.
Now, we've known about your band for a little while now, because we've been playing Daisy for a while, but tell us a little bit about With Blue so that our listeners can get to know you guys a little bit more. How did you guys first start out?
So mostly the three of us all went to school together, went to high school together. So we started playing coming out of high school. Then Kalia, who's our drummer at the moment, she joined this year. We met her just externally.
So what drew you all together in high school? Did you all kind of like the same music? Like, what actually kick-started the band back then?
Well, Tom and Will were already in other high school bands, so they were already doing music in that sort of sense. And yeah, I mean, like Tom and Will have very similar music tastes. I wouldn't say they're so similar. We kind of just, Will and I were really great friends, and I kind of just asked them to jam sometime. And I kind of started with that, and then we asked Tom to join a little bit later.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about this EP. How did everything come together for this EP, and what kind of things were inspiring you guys when you sat down to do the songwriting?
Well, a lot of the songwriting took place over like the 2020 year, during the kind of like height of the pandemic. So a lot of it was done kind of remotely, like we were sending things back and forth without actually being in person, which made it very interesting. But yeah, we kind of managed to get together. It's actually quite great. This EP, the first three songs, Lately, Blame, and Blue Lines, were kind of all done kind of like Will really took the kind of leadership on Lately, and like a lot of what Blame is now is stuff that Tom did by himself, and kind of same with Blue Lines. So it's really like a great kind of range of all three of us, because Cleo wasn't in the band at that time, and what we put into it. It's all very like has our individual touch, but we've managed to make it pretty like cohesive as a band, I think.
Do you think that individual touch came about because you all were all working remotely? I know a lot of bands have said that they've found that any albums that they put together during the pandemic does have that personal touch because everybody was kind of working alone.
Yeah, I'd say so for sure. I mean, I think all the songs still kind of started the same way most of our songs do, which is just kind of with me and my acoustic guitar. So it all has that kind of same start to it. But yeah, I think like the little touches that kind of make the track that they are definitely very individual.
Yeah. And were there any themes or topics that you found yourselves writing about, especially because of the weird situation we found ourselves in with the pandemic?
Yeah, not really for the four songs. I mean, I think the last one probably the most out of all of them was kind of about that kind of pandemic feeling, which is Where's the One, which is just kind of about just like long distance love and that sort of thing, which is kind of really came to a head during that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest, they are kind of very much based around relationships and coming out of them or going into them or being in them. Yeah.
And did you all have to record remotely as well, or were you able to head into a studio? Because I know it's been different in every state. Down here, it's been very difficult for people to be able to get into a studio and record. How did you guys actually record?
Yeah, so we got pretty lucky. So we spent most of 2020 writing the songs, and we ended up spending a lot of time just polishing the demos, which really helped with the recording. But we went into a studio in December 2020, and we recorded all 4 tracks in a few days. So yeah, we were lucky enough that the
Now, you guys have become known for your high energy shows. What has it been like now you've been able to get back out there and do some shows? That must feel a whole lot better for you guys being able to get out there and play live again.
Yeah, it's been really great. Like we didn't play a lot last year, but this year we've been playing pretty regularly. We had a show last night at Black Hill Lodge, which sold out, which was great. And yeah, just very, very lucky to still be playing when I know that like bands in Sydney and Melbourne don't really have that same ability at the moment. So
yeah. So what have you guys got booked for the future now? Like, what are your plans for the rest of this year and going into next year? Because it looks now like Melbourne and Sydney will start to open up around December. What have you guys got planned for the future?
Yeah, well, not a lot. Because obviously it is still very unknown what's going to happen. But we are already in the process of recording some new songs. So we're recording a few songs that we've been playing live probably all year now. So yeah, like we'll finish the recording. Hope COVID kind of stays away and just kind of we'll be playing around Brisbane a bit, and then it would be ideal if we could get some interstate shows and stuff. It becomes a possibility, but still waiting to see.
Definitely. Now, if people take a listen to some of the tracks that we're going to be playing soon and like what they hear, where can they grab a copy of your EP? And also, do you guys have any merchandise out there at the moment that our listeners can support you guys by buying?
We've been just starting to make some shirts. At the moment, we only sell them at our live shows, but we will eventually put that up on some sort of site for everyone to buy. But otherwise, the EP is available on all streaming services like Spotify, iTunes, and some YouTube Music as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to play a track right now off Pleasure Lies. What would you like to say to all of our listeners out there before they take a listen to you guys and your great music?
Just thank you so much for supporting music as a whole at the moment. It's really struggling, and I really hope you enjoy and love the track.
Awesome. Well, mate, thank you so much for joining